What's going on, everybody? My name is Josie. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on episode 3 of National Treasure: Edge of History. As promised, I'm going to be covering this show weekly, so every single Sunday night or Thursday morning I'm going to be having my review up for the show, because so far I am really enjoying it, and I pretty much, for the most part, really enjoyed the first 2 episodes, and I am a big fan of the movie. So, going into this episode, I thought this was going to be the episode that we were going to get Riley Poole in. It wasn't, but we did get a little bit of a hint as to what Riley Poole has been up to. But before we get into the Easter eggs and what Riley Poole is up to and where we could possibly see him pop up, let me go ahead and give you guys my overall thoughts on this episode really quick. I really enjoyed this episode. I think that this episode really gave us a little bit more sense as to what the mystery is going to be moving forward. The first 2 episodes of the show, I really wasn't a big fan of Jess's friends aside from Tasha. I think Jess and Tasha had the best chemistry in the first 2 episodes, but I think in this episode, Oren and Ethan actually had a little bit more fun with the roles in this episode. I think this is where they actually shined just a little bit, and I really enjoyed them having a bigger presence in this episode, because I think they were fun to a degree, but overall they haven't really given me a great impression of them. Antonio and Jordan actually played the roles very well, and I could feel that dynamic come in just a little bit in this episode, because I think this is where they shined a little bit more. In the first 2 episodes, it was Jess and Tasha. In this one, they actually shined as a unit, and you kind of see that budding friendship together and that little relationship that is starting to form between Jess and Liam. I am slowly buying into it. So far it hasn't really gotten any traction. Hopefully by the end of the season their chemistry is going to shine, and I'm going to be able to buy into that chemistry. So far it's lacking just a little bit, but I think for the most part, whenever they're on screen, you can kind of see that spark slowly try to blow up just a little bit. But you're also learning a little bit more about Jess and her family, about how this whole thing is connected, because to her knowledge, her parents actually hated each other, and so you kind of see they were trying to find this treasure together. And then you have Catherine Zeta-Jones, who we now know is trying to keep this treasure a secret. So far I'm really buying into the adventure aspect of the show, and I'm really enjoying it for the most part. I think there are some great chemistries here and there. As far as my overall thoughts on this episode, I thought it was a lot of fun, and I'm still pretty much enjoying it a lot more than I actually thought I was going to enjoy it. If I was going to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the show, so far 3 episodes in, I give it a solid thumbs up. It's not the best show on the planet, but for what this show is and it's trying to convey, I really enjoyed what they're going for, and I'm really excited to see how this whole season is going to pan out. So hopefully this show can possibly get a second season. I have my doubts about it, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Now getting into the Easter eggs of the show. There weren't a lot of Easter eggs in the show, but there were a couple of them that I really enjoyed. First off being the Ben Franklin glasses that we saw in the movie, plus the pipe that you see in the beginning of the first National Treasure. That was actually a lot of fun to see, and I really enjoyed seeing that. It brought me back into the world of National Treasures. Plus you also have the Easter egg of the Declaration of Independence being stolen. That was a lot of fun to see. Plus you also get a little bit more of what Riley is up to, and so far what we know is that he is running his own little podcast. So I'm going to be very excited to see if we're going to be able to get just a little taste of that podcast, because I'm really interested on how he is able to condense that podcast. But I think so far, the fact that we have a mention to Riley, I don't think we're that far off from seeing Riley show up in this episode. I think he's only going to be showing up for about an episode or 2, but every single time that Justin Bartha is on screen, I'm going to be having a big smile on my face, and I'm just really excited to see him pop up in the show. But have you guys checked out National Treasure Edge of History episode 3? Have you guys been enjoying it? Do you still have no interest in the show? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more videos like this. Click that bell notification so you get notified every single time that a video pops up. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.